And welcome back to UK's #1 Kansas City Chiefs podcast.
Yes, welcome back to a freshly baked episode of the Chiefs #1 podcast. Thank you, Emily. It's a sad day again. It's been a sad weekend. It's been another loss. It's been the same old problems, the same old things. I feel like this podcast is pretty much going to be the same as last week's podcast because the Chiefs did exactly the same thing. They lost in exactly the same way, and
Patrick Mahomes was left running for his life again.
Yes, indeed he was, on that dodgy ankle now of his. Let's hope that ankle can get better. But as sad as we are, we will carry on. We will try and look forward. We will try and be positive, and we will try and have some good things to say about the game. There wasn't many, let's be honest, but we will try and talk about some good things. But first of all, we will start with the sounds of Week 6.
Let's go.
Today, for the first time, Mahomes and Watson meet head-to-head. It's the Chiefs and... Let's go! Mahomes, he may get a free play here. Houston jumping offside, and Mahomes will gun it long. The pass is up for grabs, and it is caught! Near the end zone, touchdown! Kansas City! Welcome back, the Cheetah! Not only can he run, he will track the football like no other! Welcome back, boy. Hey, everybody look at that backboard. Now the ball pops out on the first snap for the Texans. Kansas City's got that football!
Ball is knocked out of his hands by Frank Clark, who gets the recovery. Tremendous play by Clark.
He set up a screen right side of the 15, two blocks at the 10. Score! Kansas City! A perfectly executed right side screen, and the Chiefs taste the sweet nectar of the end zone. Watson wants the snap, takes it. Fade pattern near side, and it's going to be intercepted. Javarius Ward, intercepted in the end zone.
That's just what Chiefs doing every Sunday. You can't go to that single view, Bob.
Watson will hold it. He is hit. Touchdown, Texans. And the Chiefs cannot stop the clock, and the Chiefs are going to lose 2 consecutive home games.
The margin of winning and losing in this league is minute. You know, we've got to stay positive and upbeat it with it, and learn from the mistakes. I mean, that's what we've got to do. I've seen us play better. We've got to bounce back from this. We've got to learn from our mistakes and get back and get ready for a good Denver team.
Well, there we have the sounds of Week 6, and although there was some good sounds there in terms of touchdowns in the first quarter, it was a struggle again after that. There was some good defensive plays, there was some interceptions and some fumble recoveries. But apart from that, it was same old. The Chiefs' defense just got ran over again. They just could not stop anyone. They just cannot stop that run, and they just get constantly run on all game. And because of this, they're out there a lot of the time. If you looked at the time of possession, was 40 minutes to Houston and 20 minutes to the Chiefs. That's all. You know, and when your defense is out there for 40 minutes, it's going to be hard. So that they really have to do themselves a favour and come up with a stop somehow to get themselves off that field and to get Mahomes back on the field, because that's where he needs to be, and needs to be on the field, scoring points and winning us them games. Emily?
Well, I just think that we could have done better than we did. At least we tried. Yes, there was a couple of touchdowns, like you said. Really, we just need Patrick Mahomes back. I don't think we're doing the best we can right now, but...
Yeah, I agree. We have got a... I think that audio at the end there, Andy Reid saying we have to learn from our mistakes. Well, they clearly didn't learn from their mistakes last week because they lost in exactly the same way again this week. Just not able to run the ball. The offensive line was awful. Mahomes, again, running for his life constantly. Not able to run the ball. The defense not able to stop the run. And it was just an all-out disaster, really. There's not many good things that I could say. One good thing is Tyreek Hill coming back. That's the one good thing. Tyreek Hill coming back. He played well. But apart from that, really, you know, there's not much else to be good at. I've got some audio here of Steve Spagnuolo. And let's just listen to that to see what he has to say.
Looking on yesterday, not a great day. We're a little disappointed like everybody because it's a short week. We got to put it behind us, put it in the rearview mirror and move on. So, open it up. That's great, no question. You guys are easy.
Does it get frustrating at all? I mean, you guys get some takeaways at a time.
Yeah. It is a little bit. I remember, I'll share this with you. It was one of the years we were in Philadelphia with Jim Johnson as the coordinator, and we went through a kind of a dry stretch. And his point was, you know, they usually come in bunches, and they truly do. I'd like them to come in a lot of bunches. But I did think we made two really good plays on the football yesterday. C-Dub had one, and Juan obviously had a really good play. We'd like to be getting more of them. We thought, I mean, the first play of the game was pretty exciting. Kind of got us rolling, but then it changed. I'd like to see a little bit. I do think, I mean, I watched the film early this morning. There were a number of times we got the ball on the ground. Now, I think one time they called them down. Then we ripped it out another time. It wouldn't have been a fumble, but it's good to see that the ball is coming out. Hopefully, somewhere along the way, there'll become turnovers for us.
One's interception, yardage-wise, you would have been a better shot.
Yeah.
Just knocked it down. Is that something
That's a good point. It's a great point. I'll be perfectly honest with you. When he caught it, I was fired up for him to catch it too. Then quickly, when I realized where we were, we now had the ball, and it was fourth down. My guess is that it would have taken a real savvy veteran that's been back there for a long time, that all registers to knock it down. I just think it was a really good job covering. We were in man. They caught us in man. They took a shot. I don't think that's really what they wanted to do, but they saw an opportunity, and one took it away. So I was...
Okay, well, Spags with a few things to say then. He boring the heck out of me there, to be honest.
Even the pa-ding sound was more exciting than him. I
know, he was. He's all I can say to him is stop the run. Stop the goddamn run. Teams are just running all over us. They're even average running backs. They've got average running backs, and we're making them look like Emmitt Smith out there. They're just running all over all day. You've got to stop the run. Stop the run. Simple. That's it. People on that defence have got to stand up and be counted now. They've got to stand up and show us what they're made of and stop that run and get the defence off the field and get Mahomes back on. Emily, you look like you wanted to say something.
In last episode, what did we say? What happens when we don't have any more Patrick Mahomes? We get Matt bleeping Moore.
We did say that, yes. Yeah, we did say that. And Mahomes, again, looks like he got his ankle re-injured. It is a short week. We've got the Broncos on Thursday. I hope he's going to be okay for Thursday. I do somehow get this feeling deep down that I think it, are you better off resting him? Are you better off resting him for just that 1 week so he can get better and just taking the hit on that one game? I don't know. But I know we need a healthy Patrick Mahomes. We need a healthy Patrick Mahomes. Don't you agree, Emily?
Yeah.
Yes, she does agree.
We've got to make sure he's eating his green beans first.
He's eating his green beans? How is eating his green beans going to help?
Makes you more healthier.
All right, okay. Okay then. Make sure he eats his green beans. Maybe I'll send him some in the post. Right, okay.
That, I think.
Right. There is no...
Basically, there are no power rankings this week because basically they're just the same as last week, so...
Yes, they are the same. I can't think of many changes myself that I will put in them power rankings. Maybe you might have Tyreek Hill come into the power rankings because he had a good game.
Tyreek Hill would probably replace number 5 then.
Yeah.
That's the only change we'll make.
Where would Patrick Mahomes be?
Oh, number 1, mate. He didn't even play, but he's still number 1.
Okay. Why am I not surprised that he'd still be number 1? Okay.
You shouldn't be surprised.
No, I shouldn't be surprised. Okay. So there is no power rankings. So our picks. What happened with our picks, Emily?
Well, mine lost again. Sadly.
Emily came with the Dallas Cowboys, which I thought would have a good chance since they were playing the Jets, who are useless, but the Cowboys were even more useless than the Jets. And I got the Chargers, and I knew the Chargers were going to lose, and they did. So on the season, I am 2-1. Emily is 1-2. So it's still close. So we need to do our picks for this week.
At the end of the season, for our picks, we are going to be giving out some sort of prizes. Is if I win, I get an electric drum kit.
Oh, right.
That's what you said.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if Dad wins, I have to get him something. But I'll basically say what Chris is doing right now. So he's got a golf marker thing and he's going to throw it on the paper. And he misses. And then he's going to throw it on the paper again. Then he misses again.
It keeps rolling off. It's not that I'm missing.
Okay, so he got one. Now he's going to stab a... Nope.
Oh my God, it's the Chiefs.
What? No! 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 No!
No, I can't have the Chiefs. I can't have the Chiefs. It's going to have to be something else. Hang on. There we go. Okay. It is the Giants. Oh my God, it's the Giants.
You got the Giants.
Oh my God.
Who they're playing?
New York Giants. I don't know. We'll have to have a look. There you go, Emily.
There you go. So we've only got 42 seconds left.
Yep.
So I'm going to throw it now. Oh.
Who have you got, Emily?
Colts.
The Colts. The Colts. Let's make sure all of these are playing.
Okay.
The Giants.
We've only got 10 seconds left. Okay,
I'm looking for the Colts.
We're going to have to do a part 2, guys.
Oh no, part 2. Okay.
Bye.
See you in a bit.